A big old conundrum. That's what the Pittsburgh Pirates pretty much are. Because on one hand, they never show up, or they hardly show up, or they just half ass everything, and they have no clue what they're doing on the field. But then on the other hand, one guy is all it takes for the Pirates to get it going. And this doubleheader against the Detroit Tigers is really good evidence of that. And I just wish that they'd play like this every time a starter was on the mound, not just the number one prospect or pitching prospect in all of baseball. What's going on, everybody? I'm Mac, back with another video. As always, do me a favor, like, comment, subscribe, follow on Instagram, link down in the box below. Pirates split the doubleheader against Detroit, as it was a doubleheader because the game on Tuesday got rained out, so there was a doubleheader on Wednesday. Tigers win the first game 8-0. And really, all you got to know about that game is that you want to take a guess what Derek Shelton did? Guess what? He left Jared Jones out there to die. The team was down 6-0, and Jared Jones is still out there after going 4 1/3. I just don't have it in me to rant about Derek Shelton because this is at least the third time in the past week that he's done this to a starter. But I will say this. If he's going to do this to one of our core contributors and someone who we're counting on to be one of our best pitchers of this franchise going forward, I don't know how any rational Pirates fan can sit back and tell me that what I'm saying about Derek Shelton is wrong, unfair, or I'm being too critical of him. There is no reason for Jared Jones to be out there still down 6-0. When he's getting rocked and he allows a home run and he's getting himself into a situation, at that point, you take him out of the game. Because you can tell right there it's not his day. Detroit's figuring him out. They're making him throw his secondary pitches, and he's getting rocked in the process. But no, you leave him out there down 6-0, even after 4 1/3 of work for him. That's it. Everything else for that game is secondary. But then comes game 2. And all of a sudden, it's like a completely different team was out there. And I guess it took the birthday boy, Paul Skenes, as it usually does in his 4 starts with the Pirates so far, to get some kind of spark going. Paul Skenes has now been spotted at least. I didn't check to see what the score was when he got taken out of the game, but it's safe to, but I'll probably have it on the screen when this gets uploaded to YouTube. I'm currently recording this Wednesday night, but Paul Skenes has been spotted a lot of run support in his 4 starts as the Pirate ever since he got called up. And it's just something that you love to see. Now, look, I'm not going to ball wash the team for beating up on a guy who was making his major league debut. But to see the Pirates score 10 runs and them just being able to manufacture runs and hit the ball hard, we wouldn't have seen this a month ago. We wouldn't have. And Paul Skenes was brilliant once again. I mean, this guy should easily be 3-0. he should easily be 4-0. And his ERA is at 2.45, which is fantastic, striking out a bunch of batters. I think he's averaging like 9 strikeouts per 9 innings. He's been off to a great, phenomenal start, living up as to advertised. And he's just one of those guys who's just not fooling us. Not in the same way that O'Neal Cruz has done, which he allowed an unearned run for Paul Skenes. Why? Because O'Neal Cruz can't field worth a damn. Yeah, he hits the ball hard. Yeah, he runs fast. He hit an RBI triple to make it 10-2. If only O'Neal Cruz could field as good too. Don't you wish that? That's my gripe with O'Neal Cruz. But anyway, Paul Skenes is just such a joy to tune into so far. Continues to hit hard on the radar with his fastball. His splinker was just unfriggin' hittable. I don't know how any batter the opposing team can stand there and willingly say, yeah, Paul Skenes is going to throw me a 90-mile-an-hour splinker. I'm going to be able to make good contact with it. No, you're not. That's how special this kid is. And he literally just turned 22 years old. My goodness. Imagine that. He just turned 22 years old. And aside from his 9 strikeout day, at one point he retired 5 straight Detroit Tigers to get the 9 strikeouts. He only allowed 3 hits and he only walked 1 batter. He had 2 runs. One of them should have been unearned, and then he gave up a solo home run. But do you know that Paul Skenes is striking out 38% of the batters that he's faced? Which I know stats are a little bit skewed and they don't tell the whole story. But currently, right now, Paul Skenes leads the National League in that department. I think the next closest guy is at 34%. I don't remember who it is. But yes, I know stats are a little bit skewed because this is just Paul Skenes' 4th appearance. And like I said, he should be 4-0 if it wasn't for our dipshit manager, who doesn't know how to go to the bullpen, doesn't know anything about baseball. But hey, Yins guys all know that. But how about the offense in the second game? More specifically with Andrew McCutchen. How about in the 4 starts that Paul Skenes has had for the Buccos, Andrew McCutchen has homered in all 4 starts for Paul Skenes. Isn't that amazing or what? That Andrew McCutchen has homered in all 4 starts that Paul Skenes has had. And he now leads the team with homers in 8. And he had himself quite a second game where he also hit a double, he also had a single, and he also scored a run on a very good hustle to home plate, head first slide to home plate. Nick Gonzalez knocked in his 3rd homer of the season. Just the second game, like I said, it was like watching a completely different team. But that's the biggest thing that I have with the Pittsburgh Pirates. They're such a conundrum. It's such a head scratcher to see that literally they can go out there and be world beaters one game, and the next game, and then you follow that up with a stretch where they look like they've never seen a baseball. They still think it's the first week of spring training, and they don't even know what baseball is. But they split the doubleheader in Detroit. They split the season series with Detroit. And now they got to continue this road trip going up to Canada to face the Toronto Blue Jays over the weekend. As I said in my video Monday, at least the Pirates had 2 off days, and now I guess you can say a 3rd off day because of Tuesday's rainout. And it came at a timely moment for the team pretty much because they were dealing with some bang ups and they were dealing with some injuries along the way. And now that's going to give them some more ample time to get rested, to get things going. Toronto's dipping a little bit, but the Blue Jays have swept us in back-to-back seasons, so just go up there and be prepared. Plain and simple. I do not want to see, even though I'm fully expecting it, I do not want to see Shelton do what he did once again. If your pitcher is getting rocked and he does not have it on for the game, it ain't rocket science, Derek. Just go to the bullpen. Just take him out of the game. Whatever, man. I mean, I guess I'll take the split, but I'm just really sick and tired of idiotic moments and idiotic baseball IQ going on. But you got to love the offense that came with it in the second game. I just wish they were more consistent with it. Anyway, that's all I got for this video. Let me know what you guys think down in the box below. I'm Mac, checking on out for the day. Have a good one, everybody.